Hi everybody and welcome to a video of me showcasing Dungeons and Robots Early Access version 1.05, currently on the beta build. So this isn't live, but I want to give you a sneak peek on some of the new developments that the developers have been working on. And the first thing you're going to see currently is the new user face for the main menu. So it's pretty simple. It's got your statistics and your profiles over here, so you can switch in between your different characters. This is nothing new. This is basically the exact same. It's a little bit more visually impressive, but other than that, that hasn't been changed. The same for the left side main menu. You've got everything there that you need. Leaderboards, play statistics, quick missions, options, everything else that goes with it. Nothing has changed on the current chatbox system and the way that the functionality is currently working. So they haven't touched, neither of those things have been changed, but as you can see in the background, you get basically a sneak peek of what the newest dungeon map is going to be looking like. It's a sci-fi dungeon, and so in the background here they've kind of used some of those assets to put together a pretty neat uh, animation and visually impressive main menu here. And I am rotating my character around. This was implemented not that long ago. This is currently available on the current live build. I think is 1.40 still, but this is 1.05, and so there's going to be a lot of things that are different. Like this, for example, the passive skills, your talent tree, looks looks better. I mean, it can still use improvements. I still want to see some unique abilities thrown in here because I don't like vertical progression. I like horizontal as well, so there needs to be a fine line and there needs to be a good balance. And so right now, all this offers is just vertical progression, vertical statistic enhancements, and it's not that impressive overall, but I like the way that they're going here with the look of it. The UI, it's basically the whole point is that there'll be 3 categories. So there'll be like defense, defense will be this one, for example. This one will probably be support, and then this one will be damage. So obviously there is no, categories named yet, but that's the gist of what they're going with here. And I have spoken to Secto, which is one of the primary developers on the team, and he's also one of the front men, so he will be the person that you want to speak to on the forums about any questions. The guild user face here has also been enhanced. It's been drastically enhanced, actually. It's a lot different, a lot more clean. You can still, you just click and then you rotate up or downwards if you want to go through the list. Currently I don't think the scroll bar's working because there is no scroll bar yet. But that's my guild nerfed. I'm the leader. 20 out of 25 members. And if you want to go to where the lists are, you can see whether they're private, whether they're public. It would be a little bit more useful if there was such a tab that would say maybe the guild rank, like if you could click here to see what guild is, because once this list piles up you're gonna have to go through it manually to see who's on top, and currently there is no guild descriptions, so any type of guild information is pretty bare bones at the moment, besides just being able to kick, which they didn't have initially upon release. They only just put that through. Then they also allowed people to be demoted, which also wasn't in release. So they've added on quite a few little things here and there. So the guild log currently is locked away, which I'm assuming is where you can alter and explain what your guild is all about in a certain number of characters for people to, you know, to look for their specific catered guild. So let's get out of here. Crafting system has been changed. It looks a lot more color vibrant. Um, it would be very nice if you can click on one of these recipes and there would be a list of properties of what this certain specific helmet can roll, because I'm assuming that currently right now with the limited a number of recipes, that all recipe items that you can craft will be able to roll essentially all the existing current properties of what you see on every type of weapon and every type of armor piece. So, but once they extend that recipe, I would like to see certain armors only be able to get certain properties, which would make it a little bit different in comparison to different dungeon crawlers currently. Of course, without, you know, the fact that, for example, Diablo 3 has unique recipes and they only get like, they will get like a special unique trait that will come with that, and that would be nice if there would be certain unique recipes that, you know, unlock these properties and then has also like one or two properties that would roll basically, you know, a statistic that you can get on any other item. But this is the new improved crafting system. I like it. It's not that bad. I'll show you what it's like to craft an item, because they changed it so the item actually rotates now, so you can actually get a bit more of a extensive look at the item. You can't click and drag it, but it does just endlessly on a loop rotate around, and I think that's pretty cool. Just keep in mind that, you know, there is a bit of axle problem with some of the items that are rotating after you craft them. Like, for example, one of them goes diagonally like that, kind of like a moon would around. It doesn't go straight around, it kind of goes, yeah, that way. So it's a little weird, but other than that, very nice. It looks a lot better. Leaderboards, here you go. This is what it looks like down the bottom instead of on top now, which I kind of like it. I like the new orange flavored color that they're using here, and it just looks a lot cleaner. Again, like you can click and drag up and down if you want to pull them to view. Currently, that's, I think, the only way for you to do that. Yeah, I don't think there's a sidebar, scroll bars. I think that's just, so you have to click it. Not that much of a hassle though, because you can just click and pull up and down and see who you want to look at. Yep, so player statistics has also been changed up a little bit. Currently, most of the weapon statistics are very inaccurate and are currently not logging most of the data, so that's pretty unreliable right now to see that. But the dungeon statistics, I believe, are fairly accurate. But you know, the other statistics I can't really say because I haven't played enough and cooperatively, and I've got 100 hours playing, and it's mainly with light armor, so 40 hours currently. I don't think that's reliable. Amount of crafts, 186. Yep. So yeah, that's the player statistics. You got options as well. They've kind of fleshed it out a little bit more. A little bit more colors here and there, but you know, you can go through Xbox 360 controller, the keyboard. You can mute the in-game sound if you want. Currently, there needs to be a lot more audio selections, and there needs to be a lot more visual settings as well. But you know, they recently added in shadows, so that's nice. So you can see the shadows there. It looks pretty good. I'll give it to them. For a very small team, they're doing very well. Friends, well, I have no friends because they wiped that during the wipe, so I have no friends anymore. Sad face.